YouTubers. This is that Craftsman mower I got for free from my neighbor who was moving. I will insert a short of what I found out what's wrong with it so far. The link will be here. Essentially, it came with a bag. It's brand new, hardly ever used. This lawnmower was hardly ever used. I think he said it was used 3 or 4 times. I find that a little hard to believe, but whatever. This is a 2007 model. Our neighbors moved, so that's why they didn't want to take it with them for whatever reason. There's the flap right there that broke off the back, I guess. That's why I don't think this is only a couple years old. Although it is a 2007 model. The carburetor is full of oil. Either they tipped it on the wrong side or they put too much oil in it. The oil's at the right level, so let's just go clean out the carburetor and see how it goes. I have shot carb spray into the carburetor and it started for a few seconds. As you want to see the serial number, model number, there you go. This is, because this starts with 917. This is a Craftsman that was made by Husqvarna. So, probably a better build quality than the MTD ones. Although the MTD ones are generally cheaper in price. Anyway, that's got 4 good wheels, big wheels in the back. And let's get to the carburetor here. It's gonna be all you need. Well, here's what the oil filter, oil filter. It is an oil filter. What the air filter looked like, full of all this oil. So this is trash. I bought a 5-pack off Amazon for like $9. They're not OEM branded. They're just, some aftermarket branded one. So what we're gonna do is open the carburetor up. Take the carburetor off, clean it, and put it back and go from there. So I got my carb spray and my 10mm socket. I also have gonna try to do this fast. So trying not to see that the camera's in the sun, so I don't want it to overheat. It might shut off. And all the camera is a cell phone. So, now we just take this off, leave it to the side, and now we have to deal with the carburetor. It's a bright, sunny day today, so as you can see here, it's all full of oil and junk. So, is there any gas in this? Yeah, there might be a little trickle of gas. Anyway, so let's undo the hose clamp. Give it a twist. There we go. There's no gas in it, or at least it's not flowing out. Now the next thing we got to do is pull the carburetor out. Now here, you get into a predicament. Well, let's just take this gasket, set it down aside. You get to a little predicament here. How do you get it out? On these Kohlers, let me see. the best way I've been able to do is I have to take off the top cover and then disconnect the muffler, the heat sensor on the muffler. To get the top cover off, these are all metric bolts, all 10 mil. Set it aside, set the bolt aside. This comes off, and this thing fell off. This just goes on like this. Sometimes they stick in here. Anyway, this should be very familiar if you're done this to Hondas. Now, next thing you got to do is you got to take this this is for the auto choke. So you can take this. You basically take this whole thing off with the carburetor. So we're gonna make sure you take a picture of how this position is, because if you get this reversed, where this, see how this little stopper thing is on the right side, if you put it on reverse on this side, it will never choke when it's cold. So then this just comes off. You can take that off and then just put this back on. Sometimes some different designs of this system. This isn't as simple as this. This is actually one of the better ones. Sometimes this sensor is down on the inside here, which makes it difficult to get to. So you have to use a box wrench. So now we can get the carburetor off. Getting to the carburetor now. Now that this is disconnected, you can either disconnect this here or take it off with the auto choke mechanism. So now you can pull it out. Well, pull it out, but you first got to get off this linkage here for the throttle up top. So you just bring it over, taking your nose pliers for the thin wire, and that'll come out. And then this one should come out. There, comes out. And now we've got our carburetor. If you want to, can't see. If you want to, you can take this out. Just remember it goes back in like that. Now we got to go clean this out. Take this carburetor. Generally, when I clean these, I like to get off all the junk that's on top with you know, just that, and that'll be good enough. Now I'm gonna take off this bolt. It's a 10 mil, you see. Nope. Put her down flat on one side. I think that's it. Yeah. Just probably was that way from this way from the factory. It's never been off. So let me bring you back up. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen is that metal? A metal washer on one of these. These always been rubber. Okay. This isn't that bad. I will oh yeah, there's some oil and some varnish in this one. I will disassemble it and clean it out, but yeah. So we disassemble it by, you got to take this pin out, set it in a secure place, and this comes out. All of this kind of just needs just a quick and dirty. There's oil in this carburetor, I can see. I don't know if you can see it right there. It's oil. Oh, this is what happens when you stick it on the wrong side. You put it on the wrong, you tip it over on the wrong side, or maybe it fell over while it was running. There's a little carburetor spray that got into my eye. Just didn't get in my eye though. It's close. It burns. So you want to do this. And here's the main jet. It's getting through. Don't need to get that out. It's if you do, get yourself a good flathead screwdriver and it'll come out. Open up the choke plate. Clean in these air bleeds. This here does come out. You take that out. Actually, I should probably go ahead and just do that. So you take a screwdriver. Usually it's a Phillips head, but flathead's what I got, and it fits. And this comes out. Okay. Then this you pry up on, and then you get it out with some those pliers. Set that aside. So I believe how this is if you go in here in this jet here, right here in the front, you'll see it come out here. See? And there, I think you won't be able to see it, but usually they have like some real small holes in the side of the carburetor inside here. Let me see if I can, does this one have it? I can't tell. There's usually real small holes. So after that's all out, there is a small jet here. You can see it right there. This is the idle speed circuit. The only thing you can do is you can maybe use a wire from a wire brush and spray it. That's the only thing you can do in absence of a parts cleaner. Okay, now to reinstall this, just line it up so that it's like this, going towards it. Can be either this way or this way, doesn't matter. So you get it in there, and then it should just let me push down on it, and then you stick this plastic bolt back in. If I could just see what I'm doing. And this is your, believe, yeah, it sets the idle, I think, because you see it going, comes on this side over here, and that pushes against this, which is for the idle. So just put it in, you know, you can adjust it later. Now, if you needed to get this out, you use a flathead screwdriver and it'll come out. I don't think I need to do it. I think it's clear on this one. So now to reassemble, oh, I should probably rinse off the float. Okay. To put the float back in with the needle, you set it down right here. Then find your pin and there you go. Give it a once over. Okay. So there you go. That should be clean. Now you want to got to clean the bowl out. Just rinse it out with carb spray. This bowl is clean. Just gotta do that. And now to put this on, we have to envision it's on the let me back out here. Okay. When it's on the carburetor, installed, actually I see a little, saw a little debris there. When the carburetor is on the engine, this side is on the block. This is your fuel inlet. You want to arrange the bowl so this drain bolt here is facing forward, so it goes on like that. You don't have to do that, but that's how you can get to it, so you can empty the gas out of the bowl. So now we put this back together. That should be tight enough, and we'll put it back on the mower. I had to do a little bit, move it here because the sun was interfering with the camera. So now to put this all back together. Okay, we've got we put the linkage back on. the muffler. That's for the heat sensor. We got to bolt it down, but now we got to put the carburetor on. So to put the carburetor on, we take the linkage here because it goes this way. We take the linkage and we stick that on. And actually, we have to take the muffler thing off again. Just pull it up, and then find the hole. I might bleep that out. Anyway, now we put the linkages back on for the throttle. We first put on the you have to pull it out a little bit to get to it. And then we stick the thin one on here. That one you need some needle nose pliers to get to. There's a little hole here for it. There. Put the fuel line back on. Hose clamp. The gasket. Like that. Then we stick the airbags on. Put to the down so it doesn't go too tight. So now we got this to put attach the sensor to the muffler over here. It's just two 10 mil bolts on top. And put the recoil back on. I won't show you. Got it all back together. There is oil in it. There's some oil over the deck. I have to clean that off. But I just need to put some gas in it. Just put some fresh gas in it, fresh from last year. Treated with stable. Looking for leakage on the carburetor bowl. I don't see any yet. So let's give this a start. Gonna get you over here by the muffler so you can get see some smoke. So one pull started. So that's what happened to this one. Oil got into the carburetor because someone tipped it over on the wrong side. That should be it with this one. Later too. Something this machine's missing. I bought a 5-pack of these air filters for this type of Kohler. I've already used one of them. It ended up being $1.91 each. It's aftermarket off of Amazon. It was some special they're having. So really easy. Just slap it in. That should be all it needed. Anything else? I will wipe it down some, and I will use this to mow my own yard once, at least, or mow a yard once to make sure everything's okay. And I might give it a little bit more of a bath. But that'll be it. Later, tubes.